Okay, pushing on. So there were a number of common security components that I covered in all those use cases, and I want to touch on the functionality of some of these other use cases. Okay, so including credential protection, endpoint security, um, right? For credential protection, multi-factor authentication for credential protection against compromises like phishing, endpoint security protect against viruses and malware in general. And email security is the number one threat vector. Number one method of ransomware compromise, uh, includes anti-spam, anti-malware, anti-phishing, and other capabilities. And internet content security and cloud application security, not only to protect against web-based attacks, but also to mitigate breaches between on-premise and cloud infrastructures and between cloud infrastructures. So secure access by Duo is not just MFA. We're getting a lot more requests for MFA solution. If cyber insurance providers are now requiring that there be MFA implemented in a number of use cases in order to keep their costs down of the cyber insurance. So we need to put and try to get MFA anywhere and everywhere possible to protect against phishing or other credential compromises. Okay, I mean, everyone understands the concept of multi-factor authentication. Duo also calls it two-factor authentication, part of the whole zero trust model. Another function is single sign-on. So rather than having a number of web applications and cloud applications, each with their own separate set of individual credentials to manage for every one of your employees that use those, single sign-on uses a central account source, so say Active Directory, to log into all of these applications. So there are less passwords to remember, less accounts to manage, fast onboarding and fast offboarding, and multi-factor authentication built in. So with more passwords to manage are painful for the user or uncomfortable, they don't like it, right? I have 10 passwords to remember. I don't know what my password is, and I have to change it every 6 months. So it's difficult to manage that. And that rather encourages people to try to keep their passwords written down in a notepad hidden somewhere in their desktop or laptop, and they think that's secure, which it is not, of course. So leveraging single sign-on mitigates the need for managing all of those credentials. LDAP proxy for LDAP integrated or secure LDAP integrated applications with multi-factor authentication built in. The network gateway provides access to on-premise websites and on-premise web applications securely without the need for remote access VPN. And it's just as secure as a remote access VPN. It's really the same method. If you get down to it, it's still SSL and TLS tunneled traffic. Provides multi-factor authentication, even if the native web application cannot provide MFA. So that's very handy. The network gateway also provides secure access to on-premise SSH servers, secure shell, without the need for VPN, and also includes MFA. And the network gateway also provides secure access to on-premise RDP hosts, okay, without VPN, and includes MFA. So if you can get into your web applications, your SSH servers, and your RDP, there's very little need to remote access VPN in. During COVID, that was really very useful to have, to be able to just pop in and out of your applications. I leverage all three of these, and I rarely needed to remote access VPN in to be able to be very productive during that time. Passwordless authenticates to web application using modern methods like biometrics, security keys, specialized mobile applications, rather than relying on passwords. So, and it still satisfies the MFA requirements, but you'll see passwordless more and more. Maybe it'll use facial recognition and a thumbprint, or a trusted endpoint just multiple methods, and it's getting to the point now where less and less often you have to actually enter your credentials. That sounds scary, but it is still just as secure. And then device health can block access to Duo integrated applications if they don't meet policy requirements, such as desktop firewall, disk encryption provided by BitLocker or FileVault. It looks to see that the system password is set. Looks for a set of approved anti-malware, and can look for operating system granularity, the OS type and the version, before permitting access to these remote applications. So a bit of posture enforcement, if you will. And then Duo also has secure endpoint integration. I'll talk about secure endpoint here shortly, but it's if an endpoint is compromised with malware, then Duo can know about it and not let them in until that's resolved. So again, a lot of features with Duo, not just MFA.